Oh boy, we're back. Oh, it's been a bit. I took a little break to recover a little bit. So here we go. Where are we? Anyway, she just challenged him, and we skipped over a lot of stuff, which is kind of neat, you know. Kind of setting that pace, get into the meat. This is Champ Cabinet Scoopers out of his debt. Damien and Liz walk up beside me now, so I ask, Champ's Cabinet? Damien pivots his hand at a so-so move. Unofficial, but it's the oldest one here. Been here since the dawn of time, so it's like sacred or something. Huh? So that would have been the one she played on if it was. Its machine has seen better day, mirroring its business of residence. Business of residence? It's chipped and faded so severe that the only legible detail is a market-on title above the screen. Yeah, that tracks. Dawn of time is right. This thing may as well be an artifact of whatever came before. Truly a holy object worthy of pilgrimage. Damien clasps his hand as if in mock prayer. If you're spotted manning it without credentials, you'll be beaten by every able-bodied gamer in the place. At least that's what used to be the punishment when this place was cool. My eyes bulged at the thought of all that nerd rage and then cracking up, imagining Olivia cracking someone with her tail. The poor soul's beaten down by a dozen other people. Too much crack, man. Crack it up. Fatso starts sweating under Olivia's challenging gaze.
Look here, lady. I'm a big deal here. Buster Ronuts, crown champion in all of old Caldera. This particular Jurassic Kick machine's got a history. It just so happens to be the same machine that Dane on the Rex Skull managed to
parry the fucking challenge. Come on, man. Wait, parry the fucking challenge. Come on, man. I find myself yelling at him with cupped hands. His scowl falls on me before turning back to Olivia, who doesn't mean to beat and seconding me. Quit stalling and fight me already!
I'm not, I'm just setting the stage yourself. Plus, you think you're the challenger I've got? The only challenger I've got?
Looking around, the crowd informed me no challenge left from the Green Goblin he's desperately trying to weasel away from.
On my title of champions, I'll take all comers, though.
Olivia waits a beat before in the silence before throwing up her arms. Finally,
Full of my nine now.
Okay.
Tallest to smallest.
What? She lurches forward and begins pouting. Sure enough, dude's being a pussy.
No cutting.
Buster starts gloating as if he's already run rather than just delayed the inevitable ass kicking Olivia with it. I like that Anon's so certain that Olivia's gonna win. Because Inko was a bit more, Inko doesn't know. Oh hell yeah, we're gonna wipe the floor with you, Buster! Damien is totally oblivious and happy to just throw his hat into the ring. I guess I could try to throw down. I say aloud, though I haven't played a game of Jurassic Kick in forever. Not much of a fighting game guy when it was more so Mortal Kombat and more button mashy. Ugh. I don't even play video games. Liz begins to panic at this guy's bullshit. Poor girl, who just needed her one body for the slaughter. I won't say it to her face though.
Consider it the blood tax.
Buster snaps his stupid ass suspenders against his rotund chest. Ah, you're so nasty about it too. Oh, love it. Olivia looks back at me with a thankful smile before turning on the waterworks for Liz. Olivia, I really don't want to get my hands on that thing. Can't Damien or Anon go twice or... Oh, it's no big deal, Liz. Just a quick spar to get the guy warmed up. Here, I'll come get you. Oh yeah, the Brachio booth, right? Damien sprints off to where Liz's neck is trailing from. The head follows after... But as all protests ignored by the riled up dino, Buster sees my confusion as they go and explains that the Brachio boop's an elevated platform for long necks to sit at when not actively gaming. Apparently it avoids crowding and other hazards, but it kind of complicates with more than one presence at a time. The unenthused Liz and lively Damien push back through the crowd. Really, she's never had a choice when it came to him. What if a family of them comes by, man? That's terrible. Just a giant rat king of necks in the air.
Alright,
let's make this quick. She steps forward and hovers her hands above the controls. They start with great effort, Liz having to press several inputs to hasten the match starting before it can end. Buster uses Dynamite! And scoffs at her poor random character choice before unleashing an infinite reset combo that perfectly zeroed her in less than a minute. Liz put up no contest, and I'm surprised Buster isn't throwing a pissy fit that she's throwing. Guess he knows that this was just the training dummy practice. Liz walks back to a vigil with cross. Man, she had to come all the way over for that? Buster emos like a fucking JRPG villain with a head thrown back cackle. He will beat me, but I will piss him off in our match. On my honor as shitposter and beta.
Next victim.
Buster demands, and Damien heeds the call. He fishes around in his pocket for play change, and with how deep he's been able to dig, you'd think he had a whole piggyback stuffed away in there. The pre-game conversation is just barely audible for the murmuring crowd.
See your group of 4 tourists?
Oh, nah, Liv and I used to come here all the time. Life's been tough though, you know? So we got some friends to come with this little trip down memory lane. Lighten the mood a bit. Buster huffs in response, but you can tell that his upcoming ultimate match is weighing heavy on him. This place hasn't changed much in the years either. He shunts one quarter, then the next into the slot, and bangs his fist on the start. Character selection menu. Buster briefly considers going with Dynamite again. Damien locks his in right after. You can immediately see Buster's frustration from his body language. I don't know this game, but from what I might remember, Damien didn't choose the annoyingly OP character, which would be my choice. So what's with the look? Did he counterpick him? Yeah! Olivia looks at me in surprise before returning unblinking attention to the match at hand. This guy expects us all to be beginners, so it must have riled him. He's a lot more tense and a lot less bouncy as the match begins. It's been a while. It's been a while then, though. Ugh. I look over after Olivia chokes on her own words and refuses to restart. I didn't think of it before, but that's probably a hell on her throat, having to speak up way more than usual. Oh yeah. You good, Liv? I hope my discomfort with something as simple as name shortening doesn't show. If it does show, she doesn't make it apparent. I'm fine. I grab and unhook a canteen from a chair. Wow! Why are you... Who is this gentleman? Who is this polite, Inco-esque gentleman that has shown up? Fumbling with it slightly as I toss it at a spin. Toss it already. Empty, save for a few drops. I could probably feel this pretty quick. She hesitates for a moment, balking at the idea of help first. Luckily, she thinks better of dying on such a weird hill. Yeah, sure, thanks. I use Liz as my guiding landmark since that Buster guy mentioned the Brachio booth is close to the water fountains. I take stock of the dented and scraped canteen. It's absolutely plastered in stickers from properties I know, and many more I don't. And then the occasional hot topic quirky sticker about sleep or eating. I chuckle. It's cute, just how edgy she can be. Not that it's fair for me to judge. We all got a little bit of cringe, Anon? You want it down that hill? Cute though? Did I just think that? You know, if the lack of a better word and all that. Anyways, the canteen. Certainly been put through the ringer over the years. Maybe I can find some cheap meal surplus replacement. I'll always have a fallback for more stickers too. When was the last time I got someone a gift? But yeah, when was the last time I got someone one without being compelled to parents? When's the last time you could afford one? You guys done already? This catches me off guard as I jump back with a slight yelp. Oh, sorry, thinking pretty deeply there. What about? Oh, wait. Whoa, yeah, sorry, thinking deeply there. What about? I studied your face for a long time with being nearly impossible to us being genuinely facetious with presumption already. Oh, wait, this is still... Jesus! No, I was just, refilling Olivia's canteen. The most prominent sticker on it catches my attention again. Some sort of black decal with a white background of a trident with an arrowhead bottom encircled by a halo. Hey, Liz, do you know which one this is? Olivia showed Liz Lizard Lounge, so this can't be that much of a long shot to ask her about. Her head swivels, take a closer look at that room. Oh, that's from a really old show, like back in the 90s old. The 90s is not that old, Liz. I wasn't even born then, I still take a bit of umbrage at the sentiment. The 90s are 30 years ago, my man! The last part of it was 2 decades ago. Touché. I mean, the reason you don't think it is because so much of the fucking 90s gets put on endless repeat. Anyway, I think Olivia tried to tell me about it once. Not my bag, though I don't remember much about it either. Why? I'm just wondering is all. Can't help but feel like I've seen the symbol before, as simplistic as it is. Maybe an anime? Come to think of it, Olivia was picking up on a lot of anime stuff being said as well. Dragon Ball mainly, but I doubt that's all she knows. She's hardly Mexican. Jeez. I've been told that it's true, but still, man, come on! You don't know if she's Mexican or not. That's right, I put a little wink nudge to the camera. I fill the bottle back up, making sure it's topped up enough to spill before capping, and wiping the drops onto my jacket. Liz's head follows me back to the fighting game quarter. Somehow, Damien is still throwing down with Buster when I return. They must have maxed out the clock and barely eked out wins, with both one win up and one down to the wire, in the deciding round. The crowd is packed in more tightly, with the whispers almost deafening as all eyes are fixed on the old CRT screen. I'm back with the canteen in front of Olivia, but she's so transfixed that she merely ducks her head aside to continue watching. I wonder. I grab her hand, which she doesn't react to. Oh, no alarms. Please stay off, please. This is haha funny, not romance funny. Place the canteen into her hand, which she clasps, still unaware of my presence. I uncap the bottle and slowly bring it to her mouth. The snout bends aside as she finally takes over and takes a hearty swig from the side of her mouth. Then she realizes, just as my hand goes away. Hey! Yourself. You have no idea how long it took to find a dog bowl to get that food. Hard. She rubs the hand I touched. Luckily, I seem to have gotten away with it. Huh? Olivia has quicked it down most of the bottle at one go, now that she's cognizant of it. A refreshed sigh escapes her mouth. You know, I want to point out that this doesn't really help with my throat. Like, I do it because it feels like it helps, but, like, your airway, the rough part, is not connected. Although, would that feel dry? Wouldn't your airway, by definition, be, like, questions? A refreshed sigh escapes her mouth. Thanks. Damien's still playing against Nutbuster? He's surviving, but he's getting too aggressive. In a bad way? Yep. Buster picked a rush down character, so Damien picked a zoner to keep Buster at a distance. Problem with zoners, they're notoriously bad when it comes to footsies. And are even worse with mix-up. Which means that if Buster's able to get into Damien's hurt box, he's gonna be super punished. Might even lose the set in a single move. So Damien has to keep his distance. I think I actually get all that. Buster's a brawler, Damien's a ranged shooter, but that means that if Buster gets in close, it's over in one. Jeez, it's like fighting game players have fun making up dumb lingo. Everyone does, especially the speedrunners. Well, if he wants to be a real bastard, Damien can't keep Damien's own anti-airing. Well, if he wants to be a real bastard, can't Damien keep zoning and anti-airing if it's good enough? Her eyes flit to me in surprise. Oh, it ain't that simple. I guess not. I'm guessing Damien's move on plus on block. Yeah. The most common blast is a long startup and Buster can inch through it, unless Damien is frame perfect, which of course he isn't. Crap! Damien doesn't yell, but his voice carries over the din, just as the roar rips through the crowd. Buster demolishes him in a flurry, not unlike the combo he pulled on Liz. I guess he couldn't stay out of range after all. Olivia must have missed it because she was looking at me, but I saw. Buster closed the distance in a second, and Damien didn't have a chance. So why prolong it until he did?
Oh wow, you actually know how to play.
Buster comments, wiping the sweat away from his brow. He jams a finger in my direction.
You're next.
I haven't forgotten my mission. On my honor, I will piss this man off. I would like to take a piss. First two matches were warm-ups to him. Mine will be a mind game. I doubt Olivia wants me to soften him up, but this is just for me. You're not that good, Anon. You ain't softening nobody up. You're annoying him. If she benefits, all the better. Damien seems down at first about the loss, but he quickly bounces back to top form. A stride towards the cabinet. Slumdog Millionaire-style flashbacks fill my head. I need to remember how to best fuck with this guy. Damien counterplayed, but that was mere annoyance, and he mopped the floor with him easily enough. Think, Anon, think. The neurons fire off at once. My understanding that command grabs are bullshit, and the impassioned rant of a fellow poster I once saw. It's like I'm reading it live all over again. I didn't think it really stuck with me the first time. Oh shit! We're getting Anon typing.
I said it before and I'll say it again, you retards in the back. Do not play Jiu-Jitsu.
Jiu-Jitsu.
You will not only get trashed so hard you cry by any pro worth their salt, but you'll invariably succeed in pulling some bullshit hitbox finagling that could well end in a near real-life stabbing from your opponent.
But what if I'm really good with him?
You're not! You're fucking trash, and I will smack the teeth out of whoever's mouth tries to justify the pick!
Wasn't they just nerfed him?
If you look at the fucking frame data, tell me it's fair, and I'll turn you into a dead retard! If I ever rip one of you fags in real life, and I'm hit with this, I'll gladly go to prison for ripping you in half!
My choice was made. Though I may face death, I think it'll really be worth it. The hill he dies on, I guess. My choice is made, though I may face death. I think it'll really be worth it. I sidled alongside the rotund Ankylosaurus and yapped, even more ripe smelling up close. Okay, the goal is anger. Thank you, Matterfuck Jurassic Anon. I lock in J-Jitsu before Buster can even contemplate his own pick. Irritation is immediately obvious as he looks at me with hate burning in his eyes. Ooh. Oh my god. Trust me, bro. I'm just good with him. It's all my power not to smirk, and I'm rewarded with the most flemish possible. He picks Dolomite again and locks us into a match. For all my plans of pissing him off, though, I'm scrabbling to remember the gem draw combo potentials and inputs for characters. I'm immediately driven into the ground as he soaring kicks me into the pavement, but a quick panic spasm gifts me a bicycle kick wake-up that instantly ruins his perfect on me. His frustrated grumbling bids me onward, and I'm just throwing shit out now. Between my whiffs and his punishes, I'm sort of getting the hang of his grapple attacks. Buster is wary now, and is careful to keep his distance in spite of his character's moveset. Jesus Christ, give me your blessing to make this man see for friendship. Amen! I only get off 1 or 2 more jabs before being comboed into a KO. He lets out a heaving sigh as he collects himself. Damn it, I'm losing my touch, I think. Ah, yes, I must be thinking of the older titles. J-Jitsu got pretty nerfed, didn't he? Buster is pretty wide-eyed as he takes his eyes off the screen.
What do you mean nerfed? Do you even know what you're saying? Of course not, you...
With a split attention of my quickly growing mental library of moves, I land a grapple on that drives into the Conqueror's territory, giving him a sit-up for a combo. Damn, this character's easy. I fumble it a bit and only get another 3 hits, but that means he's down to 3/4 of HP, and that elicits a horrific grunt of frustration from him. The crowd is starting to laugh, and Buster is staring at the screen like a psycho. Why is this song have such a long, like, silent pause? He delivers a brutal combo to my character, leaving me just barely a sliver of health. He dashes back, expecting a wake-up, but a delay in fire for flurry buttons for a dash and grapple. For one brilliant moment, I think I'm about to break him into another display of bullshit. That opens dash when he perfectly parries the move and grapples me back, spinning my character by his ankles and sending him careening off screen. Dolomite! Wins. Ah! Buster releases all steam from his head and roaring cheers. The crowd goes wild. He doesn't even look at me as he grimly declares, "Next." Damn, Anon. Could you calm down? I'm careful to slowly back up, worried that the Jurassic Anon was right about the pick ending in violence. But Buster is calm now, even with the twitching flicks of his spiny thagomizer. You almost forgot about that, huh? I hold out a hand as Olivia passes by me, and she looks at me with flickering zeal in her eyes. Don't say that at me by me, don't do that. Then she clasps my hand so hard that the sound pierces the crowd's uproar and stings minutes afterwards. It's up to her now. That's a hell of a slap. So the reason I'm upset about this by me and at me is it is implied by this, right? You can just say she looks with flickering zeal in her eyes. Like, saying she looks at you feels a little redundant and kind of distracts from the point of the sentence. Again, it dilutes. It's words that don't matter. It's specificity that doesn't do anything. Alright? Unless you're going to use something better than fucking looks. Come on, man. It's a really weak verb. Her tail is twitching and writhing impatiently waiting impatiently for the crowd to die down. Buster picks his head up and cracks his knuckles with a laugh. Picks his head up?
I just finished wiping the floor with your friends while you were hardly making a sweat. So if you know, so just so you know who you're really dealing with, I'm Buster O'Nuts, achiever of octaves in the annual Jurassic Wisconsin tournament, demolisher of Ikaria, second best player 27 to 2012, and co-leader of the Midwestern branch of the Mighty Mammoth Gamer Guild. You won't look bad for looking out. Are you ready to get busted?
Oh god, this guy's cringe. You're fat. Olivia dispassionately insults. She glares at him. Just say she dispassionately insults him. Come on, the glare is irrelevant. If anything, it's funnier, right? It's funnier if she's not even glaring at him. She's just like, "You're fat," and just completely unfazed.
No, you can still back out.
Well, fuck that. I've wanted to see this all day. Fire a bitch! They yell with cupped hands, and soon enough the crowd has made it into a chant. That's rude! Olivia shoots a half-appreciative, half-annoyed glare at me, to which I respond with a thumbs up and a win. You're not Inko, you can't do that. The breaks a grimace at me and she puts her coins in and slams the start button. Buster makes his first character change of the day, letting Damien letting out a soft gasp at the gesture. Wait, what the fuck? What, Damien? Buster's character is like 3 kinds of bullshit is what's wrong. Isn't that the character I choose? Fuck, I guess it backfired and gave him the idea. I really like, right? This is the fun part of, like, having parallel stories, is we know that's not the case, probably. But on the other hand, you know, yeah, but you're a noob, man. Like giving a baby firework. This is more like giving a soldier's plastic explosives. Ouch. Much of a skill gap? Point taken. I found myself now worried at Olivia's prospects. Olivia, for her part, seems completely unfazed at the pick and carefully chooses his own character. Wani Long! Oh, that's the fucking reference! Please, put that in italics. It's nice. Alright, well, I'm gonna take a quick break, because, shit! Alright, listen. I got really distracted. Anyway. Ha! I knew what you fucking nerd. A bust a gut. To which Olivia throws back a middle finger. She prepares. Olivia's been a lot more obscene with her gestures, hasn't she? I know how to put it. It really feels like, I guess maybe Anon brings it out in her. Also possible. I can now see why it became a main. The character even looks like a gator girl fighter in an oriental dress. Damien tries to go on about the character choice, but the world just falls away from me. My eyes are only on the fight before me. Round 1. Fight-to! The match I expected to begin with a furious joystick beating in, she quickly becomes a dance-off. The two are just dashing back and forth, throwing in fainting jump kicks, some blows missing by mere pixels, but neither confident enough to punish. They're sizing each other up. This isn't real out-of-play shit. Why did he do that? Like, oh yeah, because, didn't Damien, like, tell him everything? Suddenly, both Olivia's tail and Buster Staggermeister's thump and crack into the ground behind them. The real fight begins. With that sound as they're starting. Jeez, I thought it was like a sound like a starting gun. No, it's just the sound with that sound as they're starting gun. Finally, contact is made with them sending each other flying tops into the screen. The crowd is electric, way beyond the piddling cheers from many of the preceding matches, as if we're in a rumbling esports arena surrounded by thousands. The crowd dies down again as the two return to their probing dance. Damien cheers from his chest, and even Liz gives hoots and hollers from above. Airdrop! Airdrop! Two are so evenly matched, Olivia is able to trap him into a combo by punishing his own whiff, dragging him down just a sliver of health before the timer runs out. Round 1, winner, Wani Long! The crowd is whipped into a frenzy, and I soon find myself shredding my own vocal cords to cheer her on. Get him, Gator, go! The two take the brief reprieve to recenter themselves, with Buster looking like he's about to shift into phase 2 of a boss fight. Round 2, clash and trash! The murmurs of the crowd in the low points of the fight start becoming unsettling this round. The consensus among the regulars all sounds like he's pulling his virtual punches. I like how we're just hamming this up. I mean, Anna would probably pick up on it a bit more better than anyone else would. It's odd how it was much more aggressive with Damien than he's trying to be towards Olivia. Olivia was probably getting a feel, and he was literally holding back, which is why the dance-off happened. Come on, Olivia! Damien screams at the top of his lungs, nearly popping my eardrum. The time he hit 0 this time, Buster was victorious, with Wani slumping to her knees with only a hair of HP below his own. I thought it was like his HP. No. That was too close. What's happening? Damien's cheer continued unhindered. You got this, Olivia! Just one more win of your chip! Visibly tenses up at that as all eye falls upon him. Damien! She admonishes him, eyes still on the screen in between rounds. Come on now, wait, show me you're the best! She groans and locks back on the screen for the final round. The crowd dies down again in anticipation of the next flashpoint. In silence, I find myself thinking. This isn't him at his best. He's pussying out, playing it safe, using cheap characters. That's reserved for me, buddy. He tried his best to scare her off and failed. So what's his game now? Play with her? Let her win? I watch his fingers now. Sure enough, he's playing with a self-imposed delay. Olivia launches into a furious combo with him hesitating just enough to get hit by. The walk right at rips at the crowd next shocks me, and that's odd considering my own voice is joining in the chorus of cheering matches. Let's go! Hot Wheels! Fuck this guy! Take his title if he's too much of a pussy to go all out. So that's how we're doing this? Yeah, I guess this is how we're resolving the situation, because originally Inko has a talk with him. I mean, it makes sense. Inko is more diplomatic, whereas Anon would just ham it on. Damien and Liz follow suit not long after, and soon the whole crowd calls for champ blood to spill that day. Olivia finds herself... Olivia herself flinches at the nickname, looking back with a frown. And so does Buster, for that matter. Both players are now at self-imposed timeout. She peers through the darkness at me and furrows. How do you have time for this? Oh, it's a self-imposed timeout. Excuse me. I was wondering. Back to the match, Hot Wheels, unless you can sound blind. Yeah! Do them dirt in front of everyone! Her eyes, though, move off of me. That scowl stays for a beat, then quickly cracks into a smirk at all of us before turning back to the game. Buster simply sneezes and stares in wonder before following suit to continue the match. For a moment, it looks like he's about to pick up the pace until... Time! Bah! Buster throws his hands up. Bah!
Then, wanna go for another round? People need a winner.
Olivia rolls herself backwards. Actually, mind if I run to the bathroom real fast? Oh, shit. Yeah, that's, that way. Olivia's smile as she turns to me is warm, and I feel her ghosted hand held mine. What? I even feel her ghosted hand held in mine and gulp at the thought, otherwise trying to return a reassuring look. She heads off to the restroom, giving us a bit of downtime. Buster watches as she goes and waddles over to Damien. Buster watches as she goes and waddles over to Damien and I once she's gone. I think the line break is the problem with that one. Not so much the writing. It's just the line break being in the worst place.
Right, you too.
He regarded me with particular... Oh, we're going to do this anyway? You guys weren't serious, right? I mean, he chose the option that gets there. Huh?
You were saying Hot Reel. That's not really her, right?
Damien answers with a level of pride. The Hot Wheel champs from decades ago? Damn right it is. Why? Why do you include this? Like, this sentence implies pride.
Damn, I feel like a jackass now.
Yeah, you should, man. Either be the champ or don't. Olivia deserves your best. He scowls at me.
Were it not for the loss of this, I would have slaughtered you long ago.
Yeah, nice line, fat ass.
Right, still. No, you're right. See, that here gave me a sob story along with other considerations, so I feel bad. I mean, you wanted me to know the asshole that picks on cripples.
Ooh, Buster is being hospitable. So really copying this? I mean, admittedly, this is a scene that's a bit better suited for him anyway, so...
Well, it's like, shut...
Yo, Buster, you sippin'!
Piss off!
He turns back to us.
Well, no disrespect or anything. Crap. I didn't even know she had history here. I should have more respect. I'm sorry.
You know, I'd apologize to her already. Remember this guy pegged all wrong? I mean, he's an arrogant douche, but there's more to it than at the least. There's a... God damn it.
I believe so. I believe I do. Time to get serious. It's what the former champ deserves. What anyone who comes to challenge me deserves.
I nod and respected the sentiment. Buster nods too, before going back and giving a thumbs up as he leaves. He cracks just about every joint across his body to prepare for the first legit match of the day. Wouldn't be surprised if he threw off ankle weights and cracked the concrete blows. Listen, he's not Rock Lee, right? Rock Lee deserved it. That man got done dirty by a story that bent over backwards to make Naruto work. In ways that, as I keep reading that, just get worse. What the hell is this? Okay, enough of that. Let's move on. One of the voices from earlier goes, "You're still kind of simping, though!"
Oh, shut the hell up, Dave!
Olivia returns, taking her place beside Buster and placing her hands upon the console. Thanks for waiting.
No problem. Ready?
You know it.
Good. Because you're going down this time.
Slipping back into the competition, the two hunch forward as some deeply recessed gamer instinct possesses them. And once again, they're locked in digital combat. Both instant lock their previous characters. The announcer barely finishes announcing fight before Buster leaps in, striking Wani along just as the attacks are unlocked. This is a different beast, and while I worry for Olivia's prospects now, I know this is what she wants. She's off guard for a moment, unable or unwilling to combo break this early on, and loses the majority of her health as penance. Buster is going for the throat now. If anything, Olivia seems more driven by the brutalistic opening, kicking it up a notch as her fingers become blurs across the controls and her tail wags fiercely. Don't hit his tail! That's considered lewd! She's able to land a couple of good licks. Would you say it's a devious lick? and even dodge what I imagine would be devastating setups. The crowd was frenetic before, but with the reappearance of Buster's usual lethality, everyone watching is making noise and threatening to blow the lid off this place. Damien was no exception. You got this, Hot Wheels! Kick his ass! Finish him, live long! Show him what that fire! I found myself yelling, quickly growing hoarse after only a few sentences of this volume. But at his unfed at best, Olivia eventually succumbed. Jujutsu wins! Santetsu sword! What's that from? It's from Metal Slug. The handle one, I think. Hold up. Oh, no, it's the Sanpetsu sword. Metal Slug 6 represented with the Z, the Z icon. Iron cutting. Oh! Nope. No. This is the wrong one. I was thinking of the DS one, though. I think that one also had it, though. Maybe I'm wrong. I thought the DS one was the one with the... What's it called? Hold up. Am I thinking of 7, then? Yeah, I'm thinking of 7. Yeah, it makes sense that the Sensetsu sword would come back. I think I had that one. Or maybe I had like a... I think I had like one of those replay ROMs you could download stuff into. Which one was the one with the drill? The slug drill? Or whatever. They also released the anthology, right? The one for the Wii? That had like all the video games? Can you even get Metal Slug on Steam? Because, you know, that seems like a fun way to spend an afternoon. Metal Slug Awakening, Metal Slug Tactics. They're all like $7. I'm not paying $7 fucking bucks for Metal Slug. It's an ancient arcade. I mean, admittedly, that's about as many quarters that I would spend. Metal Slug XX. But does it? Oh, it has a little... Yeah, a stupid little fight. Oh, man. Oh, man. It's a giant... Yeah, the aliens! And they put a border on it. What's with the... No character transfer. Oh, man. He's complaining about the actual game. How weird. Anyway, I'm getting distracted. But as on Tetsu sword. Just Tetsu Iron, then? You learn something every day. Oh, yeah. Oh, man, she didn't even take a round this time. The crowd themselves sound torn, cheers and groans in equal measures with Buster's victory. If only they knew that I'd been throwing. Buster gloats in his victory, no doubt relishing his victory over the Hot Wheels. Damn, you're really into my asty.
Good, I say I was kind of a big deal around here.
Yeah. Props to Buster, though. That streak of humility wasn't just a flash in the pan.
Look, I mean, you gave me a real challenge. I can see why you went on as a champ.
Thanks. Olivia's words were more monotone, but her tail slightly wags at the praise.
It was a rematch, you know where to find me. Alright, who's next?
Olivia was over to us now, beaming a smile, dispelling any doubts I had about her enjoyment. Ooh. I make our way out of the crowd into a more spacious area. Jeez, 80% of the clientele's all rammed back there. That was awesome, Liv. Damien airboxes an imaginary foe as he speaks. You were this close to sending that guy back into his mama's basement in tears. She rolls her eyes. It wasn't that severe, Damien, but it was fun. Yeah, even if a bit rusty. When I got my hands on the controls and it gave me a real fight, there was just a few misplays from winning. Aw, a few misplays? That's a lot, actually. Praise be to the mistress live long. Are you taking students? I mock bow with my hands clasped. A light smack of her tail to my midsection forces me out of it with a chuckle. She's in unbelievably high spirits. Guess it's a good thing we got that guy to take off the kid's gloves with her. Feel jittery after that fight. That's the gamer rush settling in on you. Hey, you know they sell food here, right? We should get some snacks to celebrate. I do notice the telltale sense of grease in the air now. Guess back there I assumed it was Buster and his ardent followers. You'd think they'd take a vow against bathing, or at least deodorant. Damien's already off to place his order, and Liz follows suit.